Hi students, good morning. Now we are going to see the unit 6 speed of the light. Now we are going to see the light travel from the highest speed in vacuum. The speed of the light in vacuum is, we already know, c is that value is c is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It is a very high value. Many of the scientists will be do that lot of experiment to determine the speed of the light. Speed of the light. First of all, the French scientist Hippolyte, the earliest attempt was made by a French scientist Hippolyte Fizeau. He only do that experiment to determine the speed of the light. So first we see that Fizeau method to determine the speed of the light. So it is the apparatus arrangement of the Fizeau method. So அந்த apparatus use பண்ணி தான் we are find out that speed of the light. So the light from the source, it is the light. Okay, so the light from the source is passes through that one of the partially silvered glass plate. It is kept at an 45-degree angle. Okay, now the light will be incident on that particular plate, partially silvered glass plate. Then the light was allowed to pass through that rotating wheel. It is in a rotating toothed wheel with n teeth and n cut of equal width, whose speed of rotation would be varied through the external mechanisms. The light passing through that one cut in the wheel will get reflected by that mirror M kept along a long distance D. So about that 8 km from the toothed wheel, if the toothed wheel is not rotated, means the reflecting light from the mirror would again passes through the same cut and reach that eyes of the observer through the partially silvered glass plate. Next we see that working, the angular speed of the rotating toothed wheel was increases from 0 to omega until the light passing through one cut would completely blacked by that adjacent tooth. This is ensured by the disappearance of the light while looking through the partially silvered glass plate. Next we see that expression for the speed of the light. So the speed of the light, we already know that formula, V is always equal to distance by time taken. Here we are taken into the distance is 2 times the light will be traveled. So we are taken 2d divided by t. Tங்கிறது இங்க distance, we know that value, known value. இங்க tங்கிறது time taken. First we see that angular speed omega of the toothed wheel when the light disappeared from that first time. Omega is already we studied that omega ங்கிறது angular speed. So omega is always equal to angular displacement by time taken. Angular displacement எதுக்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கும்னா total angle of the circle in radian by number of teeth plus number of cuts. So total angle of circle, we already know the total angle of circle is 2 pi divided by number of teeth n, number of cut n. So இங்க வந்து 2n, so 2n போறோம், 2 cancel, then pi divided by n. Theta value we are find out. Now we are going to substitute in omega equation. So omega is equal to theta க்கு பதிலா என்ன substitute பண்ணணும், pi divided by n divided by t. Okay, so here pi divided by nt, rearranging the term we are getting pi divided by nt. T is equal to, again we are rearranging, t is equal to time தான் நமக்கு தேவை, t is equal to pi divided by n omega. Now this time will be substitute in the speed of the light. So that is v is equal to 2t divided by pi divided by n omega. After rearranging we are getting v is equal to 2d n omega by pi. Now we are substitute that known value. We are determine the speed of the light in air was v is equal to 2.99792 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So this value is இந்த value நம்ம round up பண்ணோம்னா எவ்வளவு கிடைக்கும், 3 கிடைக்குமா? So 2.9ங்கிறத எப்படி கூட எழுதிக்கலாம், 3. So v is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Next we are going to see speed of the light through vacuum and different media. So the different transparent media like glass, water, etc. were introduced in the path of light by scientists like Foucault and Michelson. to find the speed of the light in different media. Even evacuated glass tubes were also introduced in the path of light to find the speed of light in vacuum. It was found that the light travels with less speed in any medium than its speed in vacuum. The speed of the light is always c is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Next we are going to see that refractive index. The refractive index of the transparent medium is defined as the ratio of speed of the light in vacuum c to the speed of the light in that medium v. That is, the refractive index n is always equal to the speed of the light in vacuum by the speed of the light in medium. Here n-ங்கிறத என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம்னா refractive index. So here the refractive index is always equal to c divided by v. Here it is in a two medium. One is that vacuum, another one of that medium. Vacuum என்ன சொல்லுவோம்னா rarer medium. It is one of that denser medium. Medium வந்து denser medium. Vacuum வந்து rarer medium. ஏர் இருக்கக்கூடிய medium வந்து rarer medium. See that light வந்து incident ஆகுது. Incident ஆனவொன்னே என்ன ஆகுது, denser mediumல போக then the path will be varied. Okay, so n is equal to c divided by v. So the refractive index, it does not have the unit. The smallest value of refractive index in vacuum is always equal to 1. For any other medium, the refractive index is always greater than 1. The refractive index is also called that optical density of the medium. Next we are going to see that optical path. Optical path of the medium is defined as that distance d dash the light travel in vacuum in the same time it travel a distance d in the medium. Let us consider that the medium of refractive index n, that medium of refractive index is n and the thickness is d. The light travel with the speed is v. லைட்டோட ஸ்பீடு வந்து என்ன சொல்லுவோம்னா ட்ராவலிங் ஸ்பீடு வந்து வின்னு எடுத்துக்கிறோம். அந்த டைம் டேக்கன் வந்து டி. we already know that formula. The speed of the light v is equal to d divided by t. Distance by time taken. ஸோ நமக்கு டைம் தான் வேணும். ஸோ t is equal to d divided by vன்னு எழுதலாம். Okay, so it is the diagram for they are given. Okay, the light will be traveling for that one of the medium. It is the light will be traveling for that one of the vacuum. So next we see that in the same time the light can be covered at greater distance d dash in the vacuum as it travel with the greater speed c in vacuum. So here c is always equal to d dash divided by t. c is always equal to d dash divided by t. So then t is equal to d dash divided by c. இப்போ நமக்கு என்னதான் வேணும், டி இங்கேயும் கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு, வேக்கமில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த டைம் டேக்கனும் கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு, அந்த மீடியமில் இருக்கக்கூடிய டைம் டேக்கனும் கண்டுபிடிச்சாச்சு. நவ் வி ஆர் ஈக்குவேட்டிங் த 2t, ரெண்டு டீயும் வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறோம், டைம் டேக்கனையும் ஈக்குவேட் பண்ணுறோம். மீடியமில் எவ்வளோ நேரம் அந்த ட்ராவலிங் டைம் எடுத்துக்கிச்சு, அதே மாதிரி வேக்கம்லேயும் எவ்வளோ டைம் எடுத்துக்கிச்சுன்னு ஈக்குவேட் பண்ணுறோம். ஸோ டி டேஷ் டிவைட் பை சி இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு டி டிவைட் பை வி. ஸோ அப்போ இதை எப்படி எழுதலாம், டி டேஷ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு சி டிவைடட் பை வி இன்ட்டு டி. ஸோ சி டிவைடட் பை விங்கிறது நமக்கு ஆல்ரெடி தெரியும், அது என்ன டேர்முக்கு ஈக்குவல், ரிஃப்ராக்டிவ் இண்டெக்ஸ்க்கு ஈக்குவல். தட் இஸ் டி டேஷ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு என் இன்ட்டு டி, n into d. So the value of n is always greater than 1 in the optical medium. Okay, so thus the optical path d dash of the medium is always greater than d. Next we see that refraction. Refraction is passing of light from one optical medium to another optical medium through a boundary. So in refraction, the angle of incident I, here the angle of incident I in one medium and the angle of refraction R in the other medium are measured with respect to that normal line. In the normal line பொறுத்து தான் எதை மெஷர் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா angle of incident and the angle of refraction. The law of refraction is always called that Snell's law. So here it is the 2 point will be included for the Snell's law. First one, the incident ray, the refracted ray and normal to the refracting surface are lying in the same plane. கோப்ளானர்னாலே நமக்கு தெரியும் all the ray இதான் வந்து நமக்கு என்னது incident ray, refracted ray, இது வந்து normal ray எல்லாமே it lying in the same plane. Next point, the ratio of sine of the angle of incident I in the first medium to the sine of the angle of refraction R in the second medium is always equal to the ratio of refractive index N2 of the second medium to the refractive index N1 of the first medium. That is sine I divided by sine R is always equal to N2 divided by N1. The ratio of the sine of the angle incident I in the first medium to the sine of the angle of the second medium, that is the sine of angle of refraction R in the second medium is always equal to the ratio of refractive index N2 for the second medium to that refractive index N1 of the first medium. Now we have taken cross multiplication. N1 sine I is equal to N2 sine R. Next we are going to see that angle of deviation due to refraction. So we know that the angle between the incident and deviated light is called that angle of deviation. When the light will be traveled from rarer to denser medium, it get deviate towards its normally. Okay, so here it is shown in the diagram. Here the light will be incident, then it get into that refractor with respect to that normally drawn line. Here we are taken into the D is equal to I minus R. Angle of deviation கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு formula என்னன்னா I minus R. Okay, here the light will be traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. First வந்து என்ன பார்த்தோம், here we are taken into that the light will be travel from rarer to denser. இங்க வந்து denser to rarer. So denser to rarer கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு here we are using that formula D is equal to R minus I. The angle of deviation la rarer to denser na என்ன formula and denser to rarer na என்ன formula ன்னு பார்த்தாச்சு. Rarer to denser na D is equal to I minus R. இதே இது denser to rarer na D is equal to R minus I. With respect to that இந்த normal line பொறுத்து நம்ம calculate பண்ணுவோம். இங்க பாருங்க, இங்க value பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். So here that we are taken D is equal to I minus R in the value. Okay. Next we are going to see that simultaneous reflection or refraction. So in any refracting surface there will be also be some reflection taken place. Thus the intensity of refracted light will be less than the incident light. The phenomenon in which a part of light from a source undergoing reflection and other part of the light from the same source undergoing refraction at the same surface is called simultaneous reflection or simultaneous refraction. When the light, அதாவது ஒரு incident light வந்து ஒரு reflecting surface மேலே வந்து விழுகுது. So at the same timeலே reflectionும் நடக்குது, at the same timeலே refractionும் நடக்குது. So இந்த process தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்னா simultaneous reflection or simultaneous refraction. Next we are see that principle of reversibility. So the principle of reversibility state that the light will be flow exactly the same path if it is a direction of travel is reversed. So here you see that the reflection condition, here the refraction condition. Okay, so here அதே மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு plane mirror வச்சிருந்தோம்னா now the light will be incident, then it moving into that get reflected again back to that same side. Here also you see here the incident light rarer mediumலேருந்து denser mediumக்கு வருது. இதே இது rarer mediumலேருந்து denser mediumக்கு வரும்போது அங்கே ஒரு plain mirror வந்து அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ plain mirror வச்சோன்னே என்ன ஆகுது, the light will be again get reflected back into that same path. It is not deviated. So this process is called that principle of reversibility. Next we are going to see that relative refractive index. The term n2 divided by n1 is always called that relative refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium, which is denoted as n21. n21ங்கிறத எப்படி எழுதிக்கலாம்னா இதுக்கு ஈக்குவலாக இருக்கும்னா n2 divided by n1. இதே இது இன்வர்ஸ் ரூல்னா n12 is always equal to 1 divided by n21 or n1 by n2 is always equal to 1 divided by n2 divided by n1. இதே இது மேலே வரும்போது என்ன ஆயிரும், n1 divided by n2க்கு ஈக்குவலாக இருக்குமா. and then chain ruleங்கிறது n32 is always equal to n31 into n12 or n3 by n2 is always equal to n3 divided by n1 into n1 divided by n2. n1 cancel ஆச்சுன்னா எதுக்கு ஈக்குவலாக இருக்கும், n3 divided by n2க்கு ஈக்குவலாக இருக்கும்.